Hello, hello, hello. Is this thing on? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the stream. Once again, live on Twitch on Wednesday night. It's Bose 831 Gaming. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, evening, night, or whatever it is, wherever you're located around the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you once again for tuning in. This is a continuation of my live stream Twitch series, Farming Simulator 22 on the Elm Creek Farm. And we're basically 2 episodes away from the release of the Farming Simulator 22 Platinum expansion. Looking forward to that. We're going to change gears once the Platinum expansion releases, and we're going to start a series on the map that comes with that Platinum expansion. That's the Silver Run Forest map, and that's kind of where we're at right now. So we're on the last 2 episodes, counting tonight, for this Elm Creek series, and it's going to come to its conclusion, and we're going to change gears and hop on, on board with the Farming Simulator 22 Platinum expansion pack when that releases, and start running a series on that map. And I don't have any set goal as far as the time frame of how many episodes that series will run at this point in time, but we'll just kind of play that one by ear. But we're definitely going to pick up steam from there. But just jumping right into it, let's just get into it. Didn't really do that much off camera outside of when we last ended on our last episode. I finished up baling here on. Let's go to the map here. The map. But we're on the grass fields, 47 and 48. I wish the game had dynamic field numbers, so when you combine fields, it would update the numbers to either an entirely new number or something of that sort. But the combined fields of 47, 48. I actually baled in error. I should have made hay bales, and we should have tedded and made hay bales. But I kind of wasn't paying attention because I wanted to get some silage bales out too and show off this equipment again, because we had issues the last time I tried to use it. But using this combo here, we were able to windrow, create the silage bales, and wrap the bales all with this one setup here. But now we're done with all this equipment, so we can go ahead and return that back to the shop. So that's the next thing we're going to do. So we're going to go to lease items, and we're going to go ahead and return everything back to the shop. And we need to, at this point, lease a trailer so that we can pick up the bales and bring them over to our shed. Then we'll just lease it. We don't need to purchase that. And we got the Massey and the John Deere in position here because we were using both of these tractors for these activities surrounding the getting this grass field taken care of. And I never did chop up that wood over there either, did I? Alright. So we're going to the shop to pick up that trailer that we just leased. And then we're going to bring that back over to the combined grass fields and pick up all the silage bales that we created. And then we're going to put them in storage, and then we'll be ready to move on to the next month. And we're just a hair away from January and February, where we should be able to get our horses. Well, let me go ahead and grab my weight too. Okay, that was brilliant. There we go. All right, so we're gonna take this trailer back to the main farm. Well, back to the grass fields near the main farm, I should say. And there are a few other ideas I had that I wanted to accomplish on this series before it came to its end, but you know, with the Platinum expansion releasing, we just unfortunately ran out of time. But again, I'm still kind of just doing this series, you know, and it's all part of a learning process for me now while I get comfortable in what my streaming style is going to be and what kind of content people like, what they don't like, you know, what's comfortable for me, and so on and so forth. And the more I do, the better I get. That's kind of how it works. And if you're tuning in, I hope you'll stick with me, and we'll continue to grow and learn together, as I like to say. And and we'll get to the point where we have something that we all enjoy. And that's the goal here at the end of the day that we're trying to get to. All right, we're at the grass fields. I set the trailer to operating position, and this is auto load trailer, so we're just gonna auto load all of these silage bales here that we have. And technically, you know, they're not silage bales yet per se. They're just wrapped so they can create silage, because technically they're just wrapped grass bales at the moment. But the wrapping is part of the process that turns the grass into silage. We just have to wait for the grass inside the wrap to ferment, and at that point it will become silage. And we're just gonna scoop all these bad boys up, and I'm gonna take them over to the shed. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna get them situated so I don't get them mixed up with our bales that have already fermented and are already turned to silage. We don't want to mix up the two sets of bales, because it takes a certain amount of time before these bales will ferment and turn into silage. I forget the exact time frame now because I'm playing on 2-day months, but after a certain amount of time passes, these bales will ferment and turn into silage, just like the counterparts over there in black. And it kind of just worked out by accident that they're basically color coded, because I got the black ones that are actually silage now, and the new ones are white. So that was unintended, but it works great for what I'm trying to accomplish here. So we just say I did that on purpose. We'll just work with that. All right, and I'm trying to figure out here how I want to position these bales. I think I got it now. We just bring them alongside these bad boys. And since they're white and the other ones are black, it's easy to tell which is which, so no confusion there. And we'll just do unload bales and just move them over to the side, about right there, and hopefully hit Y, unload bales here, and that should do it. Another job well done. And that's all we're gonna do with this trailer. We're not gonna do any more shuffling around the bales or anything like that. We'll just leave everything as is, so we can go right back in the shop and return this lease. We're done with that trailer for now. Select, return, yeah. So the next thing we want to do here, we'll go ahead and see if we can prep this grass field for the next grass harvest. And typically the next thing we would want to do on this field is roll it, but let's see if the game will allow me to do that. So we're going to grab our roller real quick that we own. and see if it'll let us do that, because I'm still not always 100% on how that whole process cycle works. So we'll just kind of play it by ear here. So I'm going to grab my roller that we own, and you've seen me do this before if you've been watching this series, the Gouttiere. And have to make sure I have it configured for grass rolling and not field rolling. So let's go to the workshop. And there's one weird thing about this mod: if you change the configuration while it's folded up, it's going to fall over, and then you can't. You experience extreme difficulty trying to reconnect this back to the planter if you make that back to the tractor if you make that mistake, because the roller will fall over on its back, and it's too heavy to pick up by hand, at least as a console player. PC players can get around that because they can get the strongman mod, and they can still pick it up and do what they need to do with it. But as a console player, we don't have that option. So if you make the mistake of having this folded up when you change the configuration, you could put yourself into position for a lot of trouble. But again, if you've been watching me long enough, you know I've had that experience more than a few times. So we're not going to do that this time. So we're going to hit customize on the Gouttiere Matador 610S, and we want to switch it to the grassland roller configuration. So we're going to hit A for customize. And we're going to hit yes here. Okay. Oh crap, what did I just do? Holy moly. Oh, okay. Ooh, I thought I sold it by accident. Ooh. That scared myself there. I was like, man. Let me hop back in there and make sure that's configured right, because I'm totally distracted. And I think I mentioned this last week's episode as well. Customize grassland. Okay, we're good. The way I got my setup in my room that I'm broadcasting from, my PC is over to my left if I'm facing the TV. So I have to turn away from the TV to actually do things on the PC. So a lot of times when you see me making driving errors or just errors in general, it's because I have to focus my attention on the PC. I have to actually turn to do so. So I probably need to shuffle things around in this room, but there's not enough space for me to do all of that. So it's just kind of is what it is right now. So it's one of those little situations that I have to kind of work around. So if I sometimes seem distracted, that's why, because I'm probably trying to do something on the PC at the same time while still running the stream. And multitasking works, but not as well when you can't keep your eyes focused in two different directions at the same time. But anyway, it is what it is. We got the grassland roller configured. We're going to go ahead and lower it and see if it'll let me. And it will, so we can go ahead and turn this guy loose. I'm going to let the worker do that, and we're going to, while he's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and move the John Deere out of the way. And we're going to bring the John Deere back over to where its normal parking spot is. All right, and so John Deere's back at his normal home. All right, and we're just gonna hop back over here and take a look at the worker and make sure he's doing what he's supposed to do. He looks good. So we're gonna hop back out and just kind of keep an eye on him. And while he's doing that, let's take a look at the field info and see what we got going on here. The precision farming detail in the second box says pH value is okay, nitrogen is okay, expected yield is 113, yield potential is 125, so those are all good. That's what we want. And the other thing there is this: by rolling this field, as you can see, it resets the field state. So when we roll over into the next month, the grass should cycle into a new growth state, so we'll be good to go. Because by rolling this field, we basically reset the state of the field, and the field is now in a fertilized state, and it should flip to a growing state once the season cycles again in the following month. And while we're waiting on the worker to kind of finish that job, we can kind of run over here, I guess, and pick up these wool bales and drag them over to the trigger point. And in case you're wondering where they went, these bales are automatically distributed over to our All right, and as you can see here, the sheep got plenty of feed for them to be. It's kind of running itself right now, and it's going to take the worker a little bit of time to kind of roll this whole field. But if we were running a longer series, I'd definitely look into purchasing another grass field of equivalent size or larger, just so that we would in effect be producing enough grass to produce all the bales we need to keep the animals maintained, as far as having all the materials that we need for the creation of our silage and hay for our animals. Unfortunately, this grass field produces a decent amount of grass, but we need a little bit more grass production if we want this entire farm operation to be completely self-sufficient. And as we were talking earlier, like on the topic of the upcoming platinum expansion, if you hop over to the farming simulator website, there's another update concerning the platinum expansion on the website. They basically released the complete list of all the platinum machines and equipment that are part of the platinum DLC or the platinum expansion. And if you can see that the complete list over on the Farming Simulator website. So if you haven't already checked that out, it's definitely of interest. Just go to the farmingsimulator.com website and select from there you select DLC, Platinum Expansion, more info. Excuse me, blog. I'm sorry. And you'll find the all platinum machines complete list on the blog section of the website. So I'm definitely starting to get a little bit more excited about that DLC and some of the new equipment that we'll have as a part of that, and then the new gameplay that'll be introduced, because we'll be able to build a roller coaster. I think there's a boat too. There's a section on the blog that talks about construction projects that you can do as a part of that expansion pack. And one of them is a roller coaster, and the other thing you have is a boatyard. And apparently you can actually, as I understand it, drive the boats. And I think the roller coaster even works as well, but I'm not 100% on that. But I think the end result is once you do complete the roller coaster, you'll be able to actually operate it. And I think you'll actually be able to drive it and or ride on it, hopefully. But we'll see how that all plays out. And again, I'm going to be switching up my live stream series to cover that. And so we'll experience that whole process, together. So definitely looking forward to that. And again, like we'll learn and grow together. So when we get to that, we'll be experiencing all that new game functionality, all that new equipment, in real time. So it's going to be really great, I think. And that's the last expansion we're going to get for this year. Because of the way Giants did the season pass with Farming Simulator 22 this time, because normally when they release a season pass, it's just a season pass for that version of the game. But with Farming Simulator 22, they did something a little different. That's why they called the season pass the year one season pass, as far as Farming Simulator 22 is concerned right now, since by the naming convention, they implied that this only covers year one. I believe that the Giants intends to have a year two season pass as well, but there hasn't been any announcement concerning that yet as we get close to the end of the year. But I'm sure at some point Giants will release additional information about what are their plans for as year two, if there will be another separate season pass for sale at some point for 2022. But if they are going to do that, they probably need to get that information out to the community sooner rather than later. But I think for right now, at least probably waiting until after this Platinum expansion release. So I'm thinking if they are going to announce some things this year, it probably won't be this month, because I don't think they want to put that out there right on the heels of the release of the last expansion pack for this year. So we'll probably get news about that in late November or early December. But it will be also very interesting to kind of get information on what are Giants' plans for Farming Simulator 22 for 2023, because we really haven't heard anything yet about what future content might be on the horizon for Farming Simulator 22. And I guess it'll be interesting just to find out if we'll get some kind of information on what are Giants' plans overall for Farming Simulator 22 after the release of the Platinum expansion, and going forward, because I know we always have the modders, and the modders are probably continue to pump out new mods for the game. But outside of that, what kind of official content will Giants be doing, for the game for 2023 and beyond, and really 2023 and beyond? Like what are Giants' plans for the future of Farming Simulator in general? I'm curious to see if we'll get some more information about that at some point prior to the end of this year, 2022. And we almost got this this field uh, all rolled. So we just kind of sit tight and let this worker do his thing. He's probably gonna have to make, looks like maybe at least one more pass, and then it'll be complete. And once he's done, that's all we need to do here. We don't need to plant anything. Grass regrows automatically. And rolling just helps to accelerate that process. All right, he's stick a fork in him. He's done. The worker's done. He's trying to keep on going for whatever reason. We're going to go ahead and dismiss the worker, and we're going to fold the roller back up, and we're going to go back to the workshop first and foremost because we need to do maintenance on the tractor and the equipment. And what I also want to do is I just go ahead and change the configuration of the roller back to a regular roller functionality because I don't want to make any accidental mistakes in the future when using this equipment. And I'm also, let's first of all fold it back out so I don't make that mistake again. I was almost just about to do it again. All right. I'm going to go back into the workshop, hit customize, switch it back to the roller, customize again. Yep, configuration has been changed. That's it. Repair our weight, repair our tractor. And should we hop back in the tractor, pick up the Gautier. Alright, I have no idea where I'm going. Supposed to be going to put this bad guy back in our shed. In this case, our garage. And again, we want to unfold it for proper storage because this is a weird mod the way it's designed because it should be set up in a way where it could actually stand up by itself, but it doesn't when it's folded. And so that's just why you have to be real careful when you disconnect this device, that you disconnect it while it's unfolded. But if you disconnect while it's folded, you're going to run into some issues because it's going to fall over. It doesn't stand up on its own like how you see the plow to my right doing. And I don't know if that's the issue with the design of the mod, if that's how it was intended, but it definitely creates some issues for console players because we can't do the whole heavy lifting thing. All right, well, we're done here today. So we can move on to the next day. I'm just going to go ahead and park my Massey out the way. We won't need that right now. Let's hop over to the main farmhouse in TLX. And we'll go ahead and advance to the next day. Sleep away. Alrighty. Well, day 2 in December. Rinse and repeat. Let's go. Chicken feeds first. And I use barley instead of wheat. Barley gives me better return on investment as far as feeding the chickens. I get more value out of wheat, so it costs me more to use wheat as chicken feed versus barley. There's just something to keep in mind, like if you're gonna feed your chickens, it's more cost effective to feed them using barley instead of wheat. Okay, done there. Next up, we want to do the whole seed silo bit. So we're gonna go grab over here to the seed silo, hit start filling. Going to come right around on the other side of the greenhouses, roll up to each of the double doors in front of each greenhouse, and hit the dump trigger button. And we're going to dump seeds into the silos for each of the greenhouses. We can't see the triggers, so we don't know exactly where the trigger points are, but so this is just educated guess that we do every time. Going just to each greenhouse and just dropping off seed. In case it's your first time tuning in and you're wondering what the heck is going on, greenhouses don't take seeds. What they do in this scenario, because I'm running this map with modded greenhouses that produce additional output, but you also have to have additional inputs such as seeds in this case, and also fertilizer and manure. And we're done to seeds, so we can drop the leftover seeds back into the seed silo. Alright, so we got the seeds dropped off, and the next order of business is we need to go grab our manure. And we got to go over to the animal section of the farm to do that. Alright, we have our manure. come back around and take that over to the greenhouses. Alright, we're back at the greenhouses, and now we're just going to dump in the same process that we did on the other side with the seeds. Just trying to hit each of the trigger points here. Again, we don't know exactly where we're at, so this is just kind of my best guess. I'm going in between the greenhouses and hitting every one of the greenhouses. The double doors, which are the 2 sets in every greenhouse. So while we're here, let's just take a peek and see how we did. Go down to production chains and look for the greenhouses in the menu. And you can just click through them. You're looking over on the building storage incoming materials section to the right. And seeing if all the green bars for each of the greenhouses are maxed out or pretty close to it. And looks like we're in good shape. That's awesome. We can move on to our next item of business. And we got to take this manure back over to our animals section. Except this time we are gonna fill up and then move all the manure that's going to be produced over to our mini BGA so that manure can be turned into other products. Alright, gotta get it in position here. I was doing okay earlier, but for whatever reason I'm kind of struggling a little bit now, getting a little tired, and we're just not even done with the first hour tonight yet. So We'll get through it tonight though. There's a lot of things going on in real life that have me doing different things, and some of it's on myself and not always going to bed at a decent time, but it's catching up with me tonight as I'm sitting here running this series, but we're still good to go. Are we going to dump this manure into the BGA? And then we're going to look up the greenhouse, excuse me, the mini BGA and the production chain menu. Okay, and we're okay, where am I? Oh, I can find it in the menu, excuse me. There we go. Mini BGA. And you can see we got 21,000 of liters of manure, and it's being processed in the electric charge, digestate, and methane. And we're done with the TLX. Go ahead and park it back on the main farm. Alright, and now we're going to hop on over to our cows and pigs section of the farm. We'll grab the pig feed trailer. And unload pig food. Okay, and now we'll come back over here on the side to our pig food silo and go ahead and fill the trailer back up. Oh, looks like we're out of pig food, so we're gonna need to order some more pig food. And then get 35,000 liters of pig food for $53,000. We're gonna go ahead and buy that up right now. Alright, once the pig food trailers fill back up, we can move it back over into the shed and out of the way. gonna take the John Deere and grab our straw blower. And we're gonna proceed to blow straw for the cows and the pigs. Alright, let's see if I can get up in here properly. Come on, let's go. Alright. Okay, why am I stuck? Alright, straw. Cows go through a lot of straw, as you can see here. It's taken us some time to blow the straw that's necessary for the cows. And we're going to do a similar process for the pigs. You know, blowing straw for them as well. And so we're done with the straw blower. We can go ahead and park it back in our shed. And now we just want to go ahead and grab our front loader. And let's just start moving around some bales. We'll start with a silage bale first. And we'll just do them one at a time because I don't want to run into any issues with my with this vehicle tipping over or anything of that nature. Alright, they only allowed me to put one bale in there. Is the game not recognizing it? It's saying 117. So it should have took it. So what am I missing? Pick it back up and drop it back in there again. Oh, shucky ducky. Oh, now we're gonna have to wait till the robot finishes mixing up the TMR. While we're waiting there, I just can go ahead and grab some of the other bales I need. Well, we won't need straw because straw is still there. Alright, we want to try to grab one of these hay bales from the top first. That one works nicely. And we're going to go back over here to the cow barn and drop that off. And hopefully the robot's done. Whoa! Wasn't expecting that to happen. If I can get this vehicle turned around, correct? Alright, we'll drop off the hay bale here. And then we'll go pick up that silage bale. Okay. And we'll just leave that there. I don't know why the game's not seeming to like it, acting like it doesn't recognize the silage bale there. Alright, looks like we're done with everything we need to do over here today. So I think that's pretty much it. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, we're doing feed and hay, silage, straw. Yeah, so we're good. Let's hop over to the main farm. No, actually, we still gotta deal with the horses. So let's do that. Alright, let's visit the horse barn. And let's go ahead and get our daily horse riding out of the way. Come on. Come on, buddy. Alright, and as you can see here, the dynamic bulletin boards continue to change. Now, it's got a little generic giant software message now. And if you recall from last week's episode, that had a signage with information on the oh wait, what was it? My mind just went blank just that quickly. Oh, it was information on the hoses and pumps DLC. Oh, that was a bit strange. Alright, Applejack is up next. So here we go, Applejack. Let's jump. Alright, we're gonna get Applejack turned back around and head back towards the horse stable. Yep. And we got 2 more horses to go after we finish with Applejack. You can see his riding's going up. Only 15% to go. In fact, we'll be over by the time we get back to the stable, looks like. Press the wrong button, but still serves the same purpose, so. Okay, why? Alright, Yankees up, so here we go. And once we reach the sign, of course, that's where the point where we know to turn around and start heading back towards the stables. Alright, and let's see, is that every one of them? Let's go to the menu. Horses. And we gotta do Poncho. Okay. Alright, Poncho, you're the last man up. Let's go. See if you can get her. Already missed the mark on that one. Alright, we'll turn around and go headed back towards the stable. And this is the last horse for today as far as riding is concerned. So once we get back to the stable, we'll just get them all cleaned and we'll be ready to advance to the next day, which will take us into January. Alright. And let's get the horses all cleaned up and looking spiffy. If you stop walking. As you can see, the horses are at 90% reproduction. So we're almost there. Almost. So let's hop back over to the main farm. Take a quick peek at our production chains. And we know what the scenario is for each of these. Alright, so nothing to do there. So we can go ahead and advance the day to the next day. Sleep. Alright, and now we're into the winter, it looks like. Yeah. And let's take a peek at the horses. We'll just start out there. Reproduction's 99%. let's just let's say just to kind of mix it up. We'll just start with the horses. So just do a graphic of them. Okay, go that way, guy. All right, everything's all snowed over. So this ride will look a little different thanks to the snow that's on the ground. And again, I'm playing on the Xbox Series X. It doesn't per se have the juice of a lot of PCs that's out there, but it still has the juice of a low-end PC. And as you can see, man, everything on here looks great, man. I love the graphics in this game. And it's an improvement over Farming Simulator 19. Is it like a super significant improvement? Yeah. I love it. I love it. Look out there. The mountain, all of the hills, all the snow, trees are bare. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Like 95, 98%, 99, 100. Next up, Yankee. Alright, running into the fence there as we get to the tail end. Alright, that's good. Let's hop on the next horse. Poncho, same deal. All right, and we're back at the billboard. Gonna ride up just about where it's at and then get turned around and start heading back to the stable. All right. So the only horse that we need to ride at this point is shoot, right? Yeah. All right. Spirit? Yes. All right. And once we get to the billboard, we can turn it around. We'll start heading back to the main farm. At least, excuse me, to the horse barn at least, not the main farm. As you can see, we got a couple of more 100 percentage points there. There we go, 100%. Let's jump the fence. That's it. And get them all cleaned up. I just want to run around and make sure every horse is clean. Alright, let's hop back over to our TLX and get the greenhouse maintenance underway. And taking care of our animals. And it's unloading barley for the chickens. And dropping off any unused barley back into the grain silo. Next out, we're going to go over to the seed silo, grab some seeds, and then drop those seeds off for the greenhouses. Alright, now is probably a great time to go ahead and get my screenshots out of the way. Alright, let's see where we're at. Wrap my brain around what we're supposed to be doing here. Let's see. Alright, we're taking the seed to the greenhouses. Tonight's episode, for the most part, it's going to be one of those episodes because we're in that part of the year where there's not a lot of farm activity going on in the winter months. Seeds, drop off the remainder back into the silo. Next up is manure. We're going to drive over to our animals, our cows and pigs. Have a load of manure. Take that back over to the greenhouses. Alright, here we are back at the greenhouses. And we're just dropping off manure again. Rinse and repeat the same process. And once we drop off the manure for the greenhouses, take the remaining manure back over to our mini BGA. we're done with the greenhouse maintenance. I guess we do need to check on our water supply, which I forgot to do yesterday. We'll go ahead and do that today. I might just have to label tonight's episode the struggle episode. Having trouble finding the words to speak, having trouble speaking the words. Just still trying to hang in there, but fading in and out. Apparently I'm a lot more tired than I realized today. Water tanker back up, and then we'll hop back over to the cows and the pigs and do our hay, straw, and feed, and that's going to be the last thing we do tonight. So we'll start off next week with the birth of the horses. Say that for the final episode, and that'll make perfect sense, I think. Swap the trailers back out. Good stuff. And we can move over to our cows and the pigs. And we'll start off with the silage, of course. Looking at the game time, it's 10:14. Alright, so definitely got an issue there with that bale. It's not taking that one at all. Oh, I know why. What am I thinking? Alright. I'm the only one that's all me there, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't realize that was one of the brand new bales that we just put together. It's not taking it, of course, because it's not silage yet. It will be silage shortly, but it's not there yet. In fact, walk up to the bales, we can see exactly where it's at. They're fermenting 96%. So there'll be silage in a few hours today. Just not yet. They'll turn into silage at some point later in the day today. So that means for this bunker, we're probably down quite a bit as far as silage bales are concerned. So we'll probably go through a few of them to get it back filled to the max. Okay, why are you attempting to be a pain in the butt, Mr. Bell? Yeah, we're gonna go through all of those bills. It may even be more than. I was thinking 4. It may even be more than 4. And since silage is the primary component of GMR, it's gonna go through those bales faster than the others, with hay being behind the silage, but not that far behind. Yeah. So I don't know how many we're gonna have to put down here, but we're going through them. I'm about to go through the whole supply. Definitely the first thing we want to produce from our grass, since these bales are the most expensive overall to buy. If we have to buy them, are the silage bales. Alright, and that's the sweet spot. So how many was that? Took 5 bales basically. Alright, straw. And see, we got enough fields that produce a straw byproduct that the straw is definitely not, having an ample supply of straw bales is not going to be an issue at all. And that one straw bale is going to suffice there. And lastly, but not least, is our hay bales. And we still need to kind of pull from the top, it looks like. So let me carefully see if I can grab this one off the top without disrupting all the others. Alright, and let's go ahead and do a quick screenshot while we have that going on. So let's go help window off. There we go. Alright, getting a little tricky here. Spike's got it. Thankfully I didn't knock them all over. That was close, though. Good stuff, good stuff. And finally, we'll do the pig feed and the straw blowing, and that'll be it. So let's switch vehicles and move over to our John Deere. It has one straw bale already in tow, so we'll bring that over and go ahead and use that one and then reload. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Forget you can't just drive how you want to when it's snow on the ground like that. I just slid right off the road there. It's still kind of sliding around. It's a lot harder to turn in the snow. Just blow this last straw bale. Oh, shucks. I didn't realize we're doing overtime, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Like I always say, if you're not having fun doing what you do, then what are you doing? Catch me on all the major social media platforms, Bose831 Gaming, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And I'll see you in the next episode. We'll hopefully be at the point next week, well, this Saturday, where we'll have the horses produce offspring, and we can check that out and kind of take it from there. And that'll be the last episode on the Elm Creek Farm series. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Have a good one, folks.